Hola, 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 people. We are back at again with some more Danganronpa. This time we have, we're on trial actually, I believe. Allows us to lock onto two statements at once, effective during bullet time battles. I think we have another one, Lost in Thought. Increases the time limit for each phase, effective during. Oh, thank you, Hero. You are worth something to me now. I think that's all we can. Yeah, that's all we can. That's all we can do. Finish preparations. We're just gonna go straight into it. I don't even have to talk for this one. I
Let's
can just
begin
sit
with
back
a basic
and relax.
explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't
You're
want to
too
hear
dumb
your
to kill
stupid
someone,
excuses.
Hero. He seems really sure that one of these three is the killer. She must be have some reason for believing that. Always. Make your argument. Why don't I remember her account?
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you could.
What's Tina's account though? Because I actually don't know her account. I don't remember. So, oh, it's about, okay, so it's about the... Some concrete reason why you can suspect those. Okay, so I think we need...
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all
don't
had a
know.
motive. You hated her.
Okay.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
I don't know. I don't know this, actually. So, we're gonna try.
It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason did...
Because you all you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any...
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
And so it was that. I'm just dumb. So dumb.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I don't know if that's true. I can't disagree with Tina. There's a good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? I don't think so. Make your argument. Pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
Okay.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw...
No, that's wrong.
Nice try, Hero. You had something interesting in your pocket.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
No.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said it can't be right, because Sakura could have only gotten the candy after the incident at the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is because
I got it!
it's when Sakura got the candy.
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was... oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
What would a shiny message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
I don't think it's the same
That's
thing.
true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body.
Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh, hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine of the dying message, magazine it was
I got it!
on the magazine shelf.
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
Oh.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
No, you're dumb, Hiro. There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, let me check something. Ooh, nothing. Okay. Clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Oh. Magazine dying message.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
Oops, I didn't mean
found
to
the
do that.
magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I don't think it does.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying
Dying
message. When Ogre's body was
Oh. Is it this? No?
Shoot!
Dum-a-dum-dum.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
What am I
When I
supposed to do
pulled it
about
out,
that?
I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
He said he saw the dying message. Oh, I know what I have to do. Okay.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found it, it was only after the investigation. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Are you kidding me? Those were in the
I
way?
can tell you when I found it was only after the investigation. I
There's no-
found the magazine tucked away on the magazine
There's no
shelf.
way that was in the way.
when I pulled it out,
What's your... What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
I don't know about that, Hero. You're kind of... I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that dying message. There would have been blood on her hand. Oh, the moment of truth. Oh, we're doing one of these.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
This should prove it. Good job, Makoto.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Oh.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Alright, 1 second. I need to go pee. Oh no. Okay. We're gonna do this real quick. Hopefully somebody comes on by. But we have pee break. Come on. Oh my god. Okay, okay, I am Z back. I just needed to go pee real quick. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Oh wow.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why
have
would you
not
write
missed
something
much.
like that?
Because I killed her!
Oh no, hero. You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
Well, he's not dead, so he
And
can't
when
be
I
the
got
fool.
there,
Oh yes. Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might give you some energy. Oh, sure. Thanks.
and that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence.
Nice.
Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head.
Dang.
I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened.
Why would you sentence
Go
here to
ahead.
death? He's just
Roast
dumb.
me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You can't sentence him to death.
You're not gonna get off that easy.
Oh.
It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
Jeez, Tina.
We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is it that Hiro did that? Okay, let me redo that. So what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What he would have done after writing the message doesn't make sense. Would it be this? Oh, nope, I'm just dumb. Okay, so it's definitely using Sakura's. Oh, what does that make sense? Why does the last one make sense of all things?
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh.
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine,
It would have to be Toko, wouldn't
they
it?
must not have liked what was written on it.
Had to be Toko. Had to be Kyoko.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Oh.
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Oh my god.
Why would I have... Wait, but more important... That doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hero just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
You didn't kill her, Hero. I know this.
No, you didn't.
There would have been blood on her head.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
Oh.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
God damn it, Hero.
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We've reached the end of the case. We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hero isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. Okay, we need the status of. Okay, I know what we need. Okay.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
Okay.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hero really is the killer!
What am I supposed to do for this one?
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
Okay.
You hit her from behind.
And you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once.
Okay.
After the first swing,
And
See? Hero really is the killer!
But that doesn't end there. There's something that proves that the wounds on her. So it had to be the status of her
I
body.
didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma bottle, and I hit Ogre from...
So is it really this? No. What?
shoot!
Oh, okay. I think I know what it
I
is.
didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit
Ogre from behind.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her.
Yeah,
Just once.
I keep on hitting. It's not this one.
shoot!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind.
And you only hit her once.
Yeah,
Just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
Oh, I'm so
Hero
dumb.
really is the killer!
If I remember correctly,
I didn't...
Kyoko's examination is. I'm just so dumb. What's Kyoko's examination? Okay. Click on this real quick. Sakura. Oh, okay, yes. I'm just. Oh, yeah, I am just
I
dumb.
hit Ogre from behind before she could...
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her.
Yeah.
Just once.
Oh, please. I keep on doing it.
no,
Keep by
it's wrong.
hitting X instead of Y.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Oh.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
Oh, you know, that makes
It's
sense.
not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
There's 2 of them missing.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy.
So wait,
If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
they all had a chess piece in common. Correlation between Monokuma should feel like it become clear. The connection must be its object and Monokuma figure each inside of the whole it was holding. They were holding a chess piece. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. I didn't mean to hit that. That one just came out of nowhere. It actually just came out of nowhere. Well, of
I
course.
refuse to give up yet.
That chess piece, that freaking other letter came out of nowhere. The C. Nani and E. Oh, and then there we go. That was very
Now I
unfortunate.
understand. That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
So the queen and
And
the
the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight. If I...
So, what's that matter?
we're missing the queen.
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn.
Oh,
What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
oh.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Hero, you're so dumb.
Wait, no, that's not what I mean.
I wanna play shogi. Let's play some shogi.
Let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
Cody, are you ready for tomorrow when the Star Guardian skins come out?
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, the bottle that was missing.
I got it!
Has it broken?
The bottle must have been broken.
XD. You disappoint me.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Have you seen the cinematic trailer for it though? Low-key, pretty good.
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It wasn't just a broken bottle, and the evidence proves that is. Kyoko and I figured it out before. It had to be... Where is it? Ah, the wait.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We
Pretty good.
compared the weight of
It's
the
probably one of my
broken
favorite
bottle pieces
animated
at the scene
cinematics by
to
them.
one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There's no doubt about it. The second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by
I got it!
Sakura's second
The
attacker.
bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
God damn it, Hiro.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
They've always been loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
It's not, no, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof to show that Toko was hiding in the rec room, and I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. The new element has been added to the... To be honest, I love the animation for it. There's more to it. So far, you've been pressing Y during the fire strike without a second thought. But from now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to the final blow. You will now have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way you beat non-stop debates simply by pressing LB. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have your bullets to choose from. But for the education portion, we're going to pretend you're set to mean regardless. Just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you. Well then, wait, we're only halfway through the game? I thought we were closer than that.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! That's enough!
Why?
This
Please.
should prove it.
Oh. I thought we were further than halfway through this. I'm not gonna
Someone left a
lie.
handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Yeah!
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Jeez, that was quick.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No.
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again?
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
And did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Dang.
Well, that's awkward.
Super awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
Oh.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura? After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me.
Jeez.
When
Calm
I
down,
saw
Toko.
that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Oh, her. You mean? Oh.
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle.
Oh.
Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't
I wasn't about to die for young woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know.
know.
But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep talking like that. He's gonna.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Oh my god. Huh? I thought you have some words with Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
Oh, there's
No,
still
not quite
there's
yet.
still other things that are missing.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Ugh.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
Nope. It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Palkia, I hate you
Your
so
wish is
much.
my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is. Oh. I think it's the status of the body this
I
time
was
around.
just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I
Oh,
remember
hi,
waking
Chloe.
up right in front of the magazine shelf.
It's fine.
You
We're
were
only
taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in
we're only
blood.
halfway through
So you
this.
smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it.
I think we're only
said
halfway.
you're
I don't know.
good.
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Dang. Apparently, Chloe, we're halfway through this game, so I thought
found
we were
Sakura
further along.
sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. That evidence proves that there was an attack. It is oh, where's right here.
I got it! Sakura
So
was
much.
definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
We know he
All to
is.
make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier
I don't
than
think
my
his
own
voice is
scissors.
hot. Like Chloe, the Star Guardian skins come out tomorrow.
There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
No, she didn't.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
No, I don't think that's possible.
But you don't really have to do that, Chloe. The reason there's no way Toko hiding in the locker room is because this
got
one.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then. Where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been
Just
saying
saying
all
all
along,
along,
there's
there's
still
still
more
more
to this
to
case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do
Uh.
it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
You know, everything about this game makes me feel awful. Wait till number 3. Number 3 will make it... I think even number 2 will make it even worse. If there's another possible explanation, maybe it is... Wait till we get to those ones. Make your argument. What am I making my argument for?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What
Third.
killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. It's always wrong.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If
Doubt.
that's all it was,
I doubt that.
the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
Oh, she even checked her mouth? That's a little bit
You checked in
creepy.
there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
It's obvious.
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Can't say Jill scares me.
Poisoned?
I never want to see her in
It
real
isn't
life.
possible.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah.
Oh
good
my
point.
god.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals.
Cody, you sicken me.
And that's where I found this.
You know, Genocide Jill would be the kind of person that would kill you. You would be her type, Cody.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
C.
In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
Oh my god, Chloe.
And that's where the poison came from?
Oh my
Section
God.
C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Bianca showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on section
I got it!
A.
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Always.
Huh? You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle
You
of
just
poison
disappoint me.
mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Bianca put the bottle of poison to his lips and
Master!
we were so shocked as what we were seeing. All we could do is just stand there and watch. Die, die, die. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Bianca was clean as or calm as ever.
Ugh,
Jeez.
that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water. You can't just swallow powder. It'll stick to your throat.
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I would laugh.
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
I would actually just laugh.
Protein?
That would be something I would never would have seen in a million years.
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Bianca and scraped off a bit of the contents with her fingers. She touched it with her finger to her tongue.
This is...
Protein
it's protein powder.
Huh?
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of the poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been in. Could it be? Could it be? Handmaid's Gambit. Protein shake. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't even get to hit it all the way because of the freaking... It's gonna take forever because we need the R. Oh. I said I. Nope. I'm just dumb. E-I-A. Oh, it's going crazy. There we go.
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene. It would have to been the
I
Had to
got
be
it!
that.
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying the protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison.
Oh.
And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The evidence that showed who switched him has to be... It must have been found in front of the shelf. It was this.
I got it!
Apparently Makoto has really big
Footprints left
feet, and I
behind
didn't
in
know
front of
that.
the shelf.
And it's really weird. He's really small,
That's
too.
the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
He doesn't want to tell you. He wants you to. He enjoys doing
What's
this.
more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison.
You know he would never
protein,
tell
leaving
anyone
their
straight up.
footprints
He
behind.
makes you think. He's like Kyoko, but more of an ass.
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
Hina?
Oh no.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Oh god, Hina.
Then, Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected.
I don't believe it. I can't believe it.
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
I got it!
Really?
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
That's why he asked. These footprints must be Makoto. Are they yours? No. Okay, then let me see your shoe and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Yeah.
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Oh.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Yeah.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
Pretty
No,
much.
it doesn't. but the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Oh god, I've been drinking too much water. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I need to go to the bathroom again. Alright, I am back. I went as quick as I could.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
I do.
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint?
Oh.
It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
Oh, that's a lie.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room.
You messed up.
But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, you would have had footprints.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long until you notice something doesn't add up? How long? Until we figure it out, until I uncover the full truth of this case. How long does it take you to realize that you don't understand? I'm pretty sure we just used, yeah, the footprints.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Okay.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
We found it. Break!
You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A.
They only went to Section A.
That contradicts what you just said.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
I doubt it.
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just so nervous I didn't notice. I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Why you mad, Dialga?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
Oh,
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I
Dialga.
explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
what the?
New
You've
evidence?
been hiding evidence?
Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Why would you want that? Oh, that's a piece
It
of
had
glass.
sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
Yeah, why would you want that, Chloe? I don't think
But
you would want that.
What is it?
You'd be like a Toko.
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, why me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. It is...
I got it!
Rec Room...
It's part of the window from the
Oh.
rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
It does.
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Or the bottom of the poison should have been when I broke the rec room. Oh, fuck. According to Hina told us, it was oh nope, I was just a dumb.
I got it!
Section A. I
The
did
bottle
a big
of
dub
poison
right
was
there.
left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
Of course.
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room.
Oh,
It was there at least until the window got
really?
broken.
Why?
In other words, when the locked room
Oh.
was unlocked.
You know, I can see that. I can see Markiplier living in.
There's no
Her.
other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
Really?
And then, once the
I
room
think
was
it does. I
opened,
think this trial
the bottle
does.
somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found
It really
at the crime
does fit her
scene was
character
planted
once you
there.
figure it all out.
That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
So I had to.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Oh my god. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was open. It's because it was laying on top of the glass, when if it was in there, the glass would have been laying on top of it. What would have to do the empty protein can?
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
I don't know, Chloe.
So
Maybe
you're
because he's not a
saying
real person.
Someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be.
It was in there before.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
You
what you're
remember
about
how
to
there
say,
was
Chloe.
broken glass scattered all around
Don't
the
say
room,
it.
right?
Whatever you're about to say, don't say it.
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
It was probably gonna be something weird, and I'd rather you not say it.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
Oh. I don't have faith in you. That's why Cody's the only mod.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
Oh god.
Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Wow, his tone has
Before
really
we get
changed.
to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to their rec room. It had to be Sakura herself.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not like Sakura definitely went to section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Tina with it. I have to make her accept it. Is this another? There's so many of these in this. It is another one of these.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Oh no!
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Whew. Well, I messed up a little bit on that one.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
Because she's the one that
And it was
spilled
only
it.
on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself.
Oh.
But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Where is she?
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it.
It's not because what happened. Well, it kind of is, sort of.
All so she could end
It's
her
hard to
own
explain.
life.
I'm pretty sure Hina will explain it better.
And that explains why we
Like
couldn't
after the
solve the
trial's
mystery
done.
of the locked room.
Sakura wanted to create the locker room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened
I don't know
it.
either. I don't remember exactly why Hina did
At
it.
that point, Someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the room, or the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
Oh.
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
Oh, Ogre. Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura been killed, I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Oh.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
And you fell for it, Aqua.
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. You have to end this properly.
Comic book strip time. Alright, so we don't need that one, we don't need that one. That goes there. Locker room, locker. She goes hide. And then... Oh, nope, not that one. This goes here. And then this goes here, and then he ran away. And then... she opens that. Don't make fun of me. It's not what it... Oh, I need to... Right here. What goes right here? Oh, I know. Okay, I thought that was from a different... Wait. I need to go back here real quick. I need to make sure of something. Aha! I almost messed up. Well, I'm glad it made you laugh. And then... goes right here. This goes right there,
Here's
and
exactly what happened.
this should be right.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Wait, how's that not? What? That makes no sense to me. Are you kidding me? Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Here's exactly what happened.
Swap two of them.
But one of them, she got... And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Man, she must have been really sweaty in there
Then,
to
from
leave the
inside
handprints like
locker,
she did.
She saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime.
So much happened in this one,
He
actually.
took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
We all miss Sakura. But it's
But
okay.
in her rush, she made one little mistake.
It's
She
okay.
put the magazine back upside down.
She was definitely not the best character.
Soon after,
She is
she
one of the
watched
best
as
characters,
Sakura
but not
slowly
the best
opened her
character.
eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her.
The best? Kyoko or Hina. Those would be my top two right there.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time,
I probably would say
she set
Kyoko. I
about
like Kyoko's
disposing of the
character a
evidence.
lot.
She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive.
Jeez.
So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath.
But Sakura's like that basic macho girl stereotype. Seems scary, but it's as gentle as a
Later
butterfly.
on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide.
She's the gentle giant type, I should say.
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
Dude, Makoto looks so sad in that.
That's
Oh
the
god.
full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Because you didn't think suicide was possible.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't
You're right.
understand.
You're right, Chloe.
And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
Practically.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Oh, there was a couple C's in there. Oof. Everything else was A's. 91. Oh, we got one more than we did last time.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Can we vote for Dead?
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Dang. And there won't be no execution because she's already dead.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died... I don't think that's this part. It's cause all you pushed her into a corner. Y'all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? Oh, I did not mean to hit that. We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What?
But for serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand. Then let me explain. Do you realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hands. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed off to the nurse's office. Or stormed out of the nurse's office. Jeez. I ran out after and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now, you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive
my
this.
closest friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me, my friends, we're all going to kill each other. Or are all going to kill each other. Oh my gosh. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet with them. You asked me to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen. Don't do it. If they all gang up on you, oh my gosh. If they all gang up on you at once, even you. Hina. Please. Don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Sakura. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend of all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hands.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina,
you came. Wait right there. I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to... Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. Pretty much. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab, got the protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf, Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura.
Please!
Let me in, please. Open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had a weakness. She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. that weakness, that's normal. And yet,
Why?
y'all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that's just added the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina, we killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of all her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey, hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said. It's nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, cause her and me?
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is,
yes indeed.
don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it really, what if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already?
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
This one, this is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What then?
Huh?
You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little...
Damn it.
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Boom.
Did I falsely, falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew.
Heck, even if the will had factored in, I still would have been able, or it still would have been between you guys.
Shing.
So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process, okay? And scene. Cut!
And?
Yeah, pretty much. So then, what did she write in here? In her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
Pretty much. I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you've heard ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just an unfortunate killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend, Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in the state, or in the strange school, that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a JoJo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why, Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Oh. Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you had led directly to all of you hating her for it. I say she's top 5.
I understand if
Maybe
you all
top
hate
3.
me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demand that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflicts among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I never have had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Oh no. Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible. I hope my headphones doesn't
Finally,
die.
Hina,
I hear
I want to
low battery
apologize to
going
you
down.
especially.
Oh no. The reason I didn't tell you any of this because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plan, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. Oh my gosh. I actually cannot speak. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through action and not words. Hopefully, then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
It's actually really sad.
But
This is... I don't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close, and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyways. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserved all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, and she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends. We need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either.
Ooh-hoo.
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we needed to destroy is you and nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go.
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember.
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game.
Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of this game. Thanks to them, it would appear that others can cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost the sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
Well, what's going on here? Now, I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear now.
And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. But Byakuya, does that mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't moved by some thoughtless stimulation or sentimentalism. If that's what you're thinking. Yeah, but he's like an all-powerful family, an all-powerful family. They take everything to face value. He's rich. He doesn't have to worry about anything. Wherever a master goes, I go. And if the master decides to turn out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good comes out of this. I'm still going to be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber who get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
The moment you all been waiting for, punishment time.
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically killed. Was the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna.
But
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh heavens no! Just cause the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? If I'm very particular about the bare times one rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
So I forget when it's Ultra Ego actually. I forget when that happens. Oh no, Ultra Ego. That's a buff Monokuma. Well, I'm gonna quickly put this in because so if you hear something else, it's just me plugging my headset in so then it doesn't die. Dang, he actually made that into a perfect ball by just smashing it. That's actually pretty amazing. Alright, that should be enough. Now I have to put this back onto my controller. You!
Oh no!
You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk! Whew, that's really, took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say, for post-workout grub, chicken's where is that? And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at.
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can't handle it. I don't really understand why, but I think when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just an inhuman AI, but it's true. It's okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and my soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned into very black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overfilling and shitting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
You were friends with that laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend. And you killed him. Is that what you call... What the hell? Anism? Where the soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally, no. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with that the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in the laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you get access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, you know, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
Okay, I've already seen this. You already seen this if you saw the last stream, so I'm just gonna go through it quickly. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help, he wanted to help at the risk of his own life. Oh, I did not mean to put that on auto. And for that, he was killed. How do you... Oh, that's the wrong button. Okay. Boo. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, their deaths of each and every one of our friends. They'll make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad, just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that,
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left from Sakura's note.
Huh?
Huh? Do I have your attention? Okay, then here we go.
Hello.
Prepare for your ears to for the deluxe tones of yours truly. I don't think I said that word right, but we're gonna go with it. One other thing, Hina, there's something I like to tell the others. Hopefully it would act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time. I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they have done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another one, and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise. So book club is dismissed for today.
What?
What? You can't just stop at the most important bit. Yeah. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys?
And the whole point, that's the whole point, stupid, is to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like, I'd let any of you greaseballs have it.
Huh?
But
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Huh? Whoa. What a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die, she'll fight you? Well, whatever, who cares? What's some dead musclehead had to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys gotta try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to consider how you approach school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Ooh, think about that. Think long and hard. Dang. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message? Her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school? The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
Who?
Hey,
Yeah? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, the sensor goes off, and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff. So it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo.
So the class trial is over and Martin was gone.
But
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there to do other than head back up?
Oh
yeah, okay. Let's get out of here. But still must feel responsible. Dial back the ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge.
Eh.
What are you talking about? Kyoko and Marco are the ones that figure out everything.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached to the point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. Huh? That's totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just captured his flag?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
Well, what are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball because you are a sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently you still have a death wish.
Ah.
Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse give and take me. I guess it's not easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope Peaks Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time to keep marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Do we get a save? Oh my! I just want to save. I just want to hit that save area.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I had fallen into such a deep sleep. But that night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Wake up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragging me from a deep slumber into a hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. Well, what are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door. It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked. Are you serious?
Hey,
Anyways, and you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What is it this time?
correct.
Or what time is it? 3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m. Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Alright, well, since we entered the area where we can break, we can actually save here. Gotta always make sure you save. And then we're gonna just do this. We're gonna end the stream here. Yeah, we're just gonna end the stream right here. Thank you for all for coming to watch me play some Danganronpa. We shall play some more probably tomorrow. Probably to see what Kyoko wants and all that. I'm pretty sure we're more than halfway through it. But we're getting pretty close to the end game. So anyways, thanks for watching today's stream. I'll probably be back on later to stream some more V2B's Minecraft. But yeah, that's about it. This is Rollout Dino. See you in the next stream.